Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Mathematics Classes by Nikita. So today I'll be doing what is a subset. So consider the sets capital X and capital Y. So what is X? X is the set of all students in your school, whereas capital Y is the set of all students in your class. Now can you see some relation between these two sets? School and class. So can I say that every element of set Y is an element of set X? Yes, because see, class is smaller than school. So every element of set Y is an element of set X. So what we do is we write this fact as Y is a subset of capital X. So this is a symbol which stands for a subset, or the set Y is contained in set X. So this is a mathematical symbol for a subset. So let's see now the definition. A set capital A is said to be a subset of set capital B if every element of A is also an element of B. A is a subset of B if whenever A belongs to capital A, then A belongs to B. So this is nothing but we have rewritten the definition. Every element of A is also an element of B. So now this small a is not any particular element. This is any element. So whenever you pick any element A of capital A, then this A should also be in B. So A is a subset of B if whenever this is true, then this is true. Now there is one more way of writing this definition mathematically, and that is by using the symbol of implies. So this is the symbol of implies. What we do is whenever we have a statement of this form, if P then Q, where P and Q are two mathematical statements, so we rewrite this as P implies Q. So if P is true, then Q is true. So P implies Q. Now if you look at this, then this is your P whenever A belongs to A, and this is your Q, then A belongs to B. So if P, then Q. So basically what I can say is A is a subset of B if A belongs to capital A, this implies A belongs to B. So this is nothing but a symbol in mathematics. Implies. Implies का मतलब होता है अगर तो ये वाली P अगर true है, then implies means then this condition is also true, that is Q is also true. So since you are going higher and higher in maths, so you have to use the symbols frequently. This is a language. This is a language of mathematics. Now next point to note is if A is not a subset of B, we write how we write. We write this as A, this symbol. So this is a symbol for not a subset of B. Now have you noted that when will A is not a subset of B? A is a subset of B की definition क्या है? If every element of A is also an element of B. Now A is not a subset of B. That means you have to find at least one element of A, at least one, एक या एक से ज़्यादा. At least का मतलब एक या एक से ज़्यादा. You have to find at least one element of A which is not there in B. Okay, so just one is enough. अगर आपको show करना है कि A is not a subset of B, so अगर आपको खाली एक एलिमेंट ऐसा मिल गया जो A के अंदर है बट B के अंदर नहीं है, तो हम कहेंगे A is not a subset of B. But if you are showing that A is a subset of B, then you have to check for all the elements of A. If every, the word every is very important. If every element of A is also an element of B. Now next we have some notes. The first point is A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Every element of A is an element of B and every element of B is also an element of A. So this is implies and implies A is equal to B. So this is another symbol in mathematics which is known as if and only if and only if, and it is written in the short form as IFF. Now इसका मतलब क्या होता है? That this is double sided, means that if this statement is true then this is true, and conversely if this is true then this statement is true. So basically this becomes the definition for A is equal to B. And if you remember, when we have studied equal set, a set A is said to be equal to set B if every element of A is an element of B and every element of B is an element of A. Okay, so the motive of this note was to tell you about the symbol if and only if. Okay, so equal sets की definition we can also write in terms of subsets. Equal sets कब होंगे? When A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. Next point, every set A is a subset of itself. Trivially, A is a subset of A because every element of A is in A. Now, we don't have to prove it because it is trivial. So, we use the word trivial. Trivial का मतलब है nothing to prove. It is obvious. Next point. Since the empty set phi has no elements, we say that phi is a subset of every set. Again, phi is a subset of every set. You have to remember this. Why we are saying that phi is a subset of every set? Because phi has no elements. तो अगर मैं किसी से बोलूँ कि ये मुझे disprove करके दिखाए that phi is not a subset of A, then you have to give me one element of phi which is not there in A. But this is not possible because phi has no elements. So therefore, since phi has no elements, we say that phi is a subset of every set because we cannot disprove it. किसी चीज़ को आप प्रूफ नहीं कर सकते तो हम उसको ट्रू मान के चलते हैं. So therefore, empty set is a subset of every set. Let A and B be two sets. If A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, then A is called a proper subset of B and B is called superset of A. Okay, so if A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, then A is called a proper subset of B and B is known as a superset. Super means bada, A se bada. So B is a superset of A. For example, let us see. So for example, let A be equal to 1, 2, 3 and let B be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you can see that every element of A is an element of B. Okay, but A is not equal to B. A is a subset of B, but A is not equal to B. Why A is not equal to B? Because B is not a subset of B. B is not a subset of A since 4 belongs to B. Sorry. 4 belongs to B, but 4 does not belongs to A. So therefore, A will be known as a proper subset of B and B will be known as a superset of A. If a set A has only one element, we call it as a singleton set. For example, this is A is any number, so single A. So this is known as a single set. Now let's see the example 9 of the book. Consider the sets phi A equal to 1, 3, B equal to 1, 5, 9 and C is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Insert the symbols subset or not a subset between each of the following pair of sets. Okay, so let's see the solution. The first part, phi is a subset of B, yes or no? Yes, because empty set is a subset of every set. So we will write phi is a subset of B. Second part, what about A and B? A is this, B is this. Can I say that every element of A is an element of B? No, because 3 belongs to A but 3 does not belongs to B. तो अगर हमें खाली अभी A और B के बीच में चेक करना है, so therefore I will say that A is not a subset of B since 3 belongs to A but 3 does not belongs to B. So this is the symbol for since. Reason. Third part, between A and C. So this is your A, this is your C. So 1, 3, 1, 3. So every element of A is an element of C. दो ही element है और ये दोनों के दोनों C के अंदर भी है. So we will say that A is a subset of C. Next part. What about B and C? This is your B and this is your C. 1, 5 and 9. 1, 5 and 9. So therefore B is a subset of C. Okay. Next example. Example number 10. Let A be equal to A, E, I, O, U and B be equal to A, B, C, D. Is A a subset of B? No. Then why? Is B a subset of A? No. Why? So अगर subset नहीं है तो आपको reason भी देना है क्यों नहीं है. So now first of all let us look whether A is a subset of B or not. A and B. Is every element of A an element of B? Now clearly no, because E belongs to A, E, but E I cannot see in B. तो जैसे ही मुझे एक भी एलिमेंट ऐसा दिखा जो A में है और B में नहीं है, I will say that A is not a subset of B. So I will say A is not a subset of B since. So you have to give the reason. Since E belongs to A, but E does not belongs to B. That's it. This is the reason. Now conversely, what about B is a subset of A? Now let us see whether every element of B is an element of A. A है, A के अंदर, B नहीं है. तो जैसे ही आपको एक भी एलिमेंट मिला, so I will say that B is also not a subset of A since B belongs to capital B, but B does not belongs to capital A. So neither A is a subset of B nor B is a subset of A. Next example. Let A, B and C be three sets if A belongs to B. Now see, A is a set here and A belongs to B and B is a subset of C. Is it true that A is a subset of C? If not, give an example. Now first let me give you example. First of all, it is not true. If not, so it is not true. And the example is, let A be equal to singleton 1, B be equal to. Now I want this A to be an element of B. तो element के कब होगा? तब मैं इसको B के अंदर एज एन एलिमेंट रखूँगी. अपने आप में तो कोई एक सेट है, बट ये सेट B का एक एलिमेंट है. ओके. एंड सपोज अनदर एलिमेंट इज जस्ट 2. तो B के अंदर दो एलिमेंट है, एक तो सेट है और एक खाली नंबर है. एंड नेक्स्ट आई वॉन्ट B टू बी अ सबसेट ऑफ C. तो B का हर एलिमेंट C में भी होना चाहिए. और मैंने एक एडिशनल नंबर डाल दिया 3. Now clearly the way I have constructed A belongs to B, A belongs to B. Okay, because A is an element of B. ये B का एक एलिमेंट है, अपने आप में एक सेट है. Let A, B, C be 3 sets. Next, B is contained in C. Yes, because every element of B is an element of C. So B is contained in C. Now, but it is not true that A is a subset of C. What about A and C? But A is not a subset of C. Now, can you tell me why A is not a subset of C? See, A is singleton 1 and singleton 1 is actually an element of C, not a subset of C. Since singleton 1 I will say since 1 belongs to A, but 1 does not belongs to C. C के अंदर C के अंदर सेट है 1, C के अंदर एलिमेंट नहीं है. So therefore A is not a subset of C. Okay, so this is a very important question. You have to construct the set in such a way that A belongs to B, A belongs to B, B is a subset of C, every element of B is an element of C, A is not A is not contained in C, or A is not a subset of C, because here A is this and C is this. तो C के अंदर 1 नहीं है, नंबर 1 नहीं है, it is a set 1. Okay, this is a set. तो ये जो element है C का, this cannot be a subset. A very important note is that an element cannot be a subset. An element cannot be a subset. देखने में आपको लगेगा कि A is a subset of C, but no. अगर मैं ऐसे लिखती, if I would have written like this, okay, then this would have been a subset of because every element of this set, now every element means this is an element of this set. Okay. Now let's see the subsets of set of real numbers. हमने real numbers हमें पता है. Now first of all, just recall all the sets: set of natural numbers, set of integers, rationals and irrationals. So what is set of natural numbers? Denoted by capital N, and this set is of the form starts with 1 and this has numbers, discrete numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Okay. The set of integers denoted by capital Z, and this has 0 together with all the natural numbers and the negatives of the natural numbers -1, -2, -3 and so on. So takes the numbers from -infinity to +infinity, but all the discrete numbers. Next we have set of rational numbers. So it is denoted by capital Q. So this contains all those x such that x is equal to p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. I have told you in my first lesson what are rational numbers. You can just go through that video and see in detail that what are rational numbers, but they are of the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. And in fact, every integer is also a rational number. For example, 5 by 2. For example, 4 by 1. So they all are rational numbers. But there are numbers which are real numbers, but they are not rational numbers, and that set is denoted by capital T. It is known as set of irrational numbers. So basically set T is nothing but all those real numbers which are not rational numbers. For example, √2, √5, pi are some of the elements of T. Again, you can just go through the video lesson 1 and you can see in details what are irrational numbers. Now there is a relation between these sets in the form of subsets. Now can I say that n is a subset of Z? Yes. Every natural number is also an integer, but not conversely. Set of integers is not a subset of n. Now next, set of integers is a subset of Q, the set of rationals. Yes, because you pick any of the integer, just put the denominator to be 1, it will become a rational number. Again, not conversely, because I can find a rational number which is not an integer. For example, 3 by 2. Now next, can I say that Q is a subset of R? Yes, every rational number is also a real number, and the set of irrational number is also a subset of R. Now what about n and t. N is not a subset of t. N is not a subset of t. Natural number cannot be an irrational number, because natural numbers are basically n is contained in z, z is contained in q. So basically n is contained in q. Every natural number is also a rational number. So a rational number cannot be an irrational number. So n is not a subset of t. And if n is not a subset of t, then z is not a subset of t and q is not a subset of t. Okay. So therefore these are the relations in the form of subsets of real numbers. Set of natural numbers is contained in set of integers. Set of integers is contained in set of rationals. Set of rationals is contained in set of reals. तो natural numbers, integers और rationals सारे के सारे subset हैं R के. This is contained in Z, Z is contained in Q, so N is contained in Q. Q is contained in R, so N is also contained in R. Set of irrationals is also a subset of R, but natural numbers is not a subset of irrational numbers. Now next see intervals as subsets of R. Now first of all we will see what are intervals. So first we will define what are open intervals. So let's see the definition. What is an open interval? Let A and B be any two real numbers such that A is less than B. Then the set of real numbers, all those y such that A is less than y and y is less than B, is called an open interval and is denoted by this symbol. This is a parenthesis A comma B. So basically open interval is you have all the real numbers between A and B excluding A and B. You don't take the endpoints. So A and B are known as the endpoints, but you don't include them. So it is known as an open interval. A is less than B and A and B are any two real numbers, and it contains infinitely many points because there are many real numbers between A and B. अगर मैं इसको plot करके दिखाऊँ आपको, suppose this is your real number line. Now I want to take two real numbers A and B such that A is less than B. So suppose this is A and this is B. So I have marked them with a circle because A and B are not included in the set, in the open interval. So all the real numbers between A and B are there in this open interval. So this is known as an open interval. तो यहाँ पे आपको पता है infinitely many real numbers हैं, सारे के सारे rationals और irrationals A और B के बीच में, but not including A and B. Similarly, we can define what is a closed interval. The interval which contains the endpoints is called the closed interval, and now it is denoted by this square bracket A comma B, and you close that. So which contains the endpoints. So now the definition would become that this is equal to all those x such that A is less than or equal to x, x is less than or equal to B. तो यहाँ पे equal to sign भी आ गया. अब अगर मुझे इसको plot करना है, so I will take any two real numbers A and B such that A is less than B, and since I am plotting the closed interval, so I will mark this like this. So I will put a dot on A and B and I will put the square bracket. So all the real numbers including A and B, these are known as the endpoints. So this is the closed interval. Now we also have intervals which are closed at one endpoint and open at the other endpoint. So such intervals are known as semi-open or semi-closed. Semi means आधा, semi-open or semi-closed. So both the terms are used. For example, this. So what I have done is I have included the endpoint A because I have square bracket, and I have excluded the endpoint B. So the definition becomes all those x such that x is greater or equal to A, x is strictly less than B. So this is known as open interval from A to B, including A but excluding B. तो आप इसको बोल सकते हो दिस इज़ एन ओपन इंटरवल, पर आपको स्पेसिफाई करना पड़ेगा कि आप कौन से वाले एंड पॉइंट को ले रहे हो और किसको आप हटा रहे हो. जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे बोल दिया इट इज़ एन ओपन इंटरवल फ्रॉम A to B बट आई एम इंक्लूडिंग A एंड एक्सक्लूडिंग B, और यू जस्ट राइट दिस सिंबल. जैसे ही आप ये सिंबल लिखोगे देखते ही समझ जाएंगे हम कि दिस इज़ एन इंटरवल. It is also known as semi-open. In some books it is written as semi-open or semi-closed. A is included and B is excluded. अब ये symbol देखते ही A is excluded and B is included. The definition becomes this: A is strictly less than X, X is less than or equal to B. So again I can say that it is an open interval from A to B, excluding A but including B. Now let's see this. So closed from 0 but open from infinity. So basically this contains all the non-negative real numbers. Non-negative क्यों बोलें? क्योंकि 0 include करना है. So this contain all those x such that x is greater or equal to 0. मुझे upper limit लगाने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. I don't have to put it is less than something because up to infinity जा रहे हैं. So set of non-negative reals. So you can also write in the form of this interval minus infinity to 0. Now 0 is excluded. Okay, और infinity और minus infinity तो numbers होते ही नहीं हैं, तो इनको हम हमेशा ही exclude करते हैं. So this can be written as all those x such that x is strictly less than 0, and this is nothing but set of negative, I will say only negative reals. अगर आप इसके अंदर 0 को इंक्लूड कर देते तो मैं इसको बोलती सेट ऑफ नॉन पॉजिटिव रियल्स. नॉन पॉजिटिव का मतलब हो जाता कि 0 भी है बस पॉजिटिव नंबर्स नहीं है, 0 को लेके सारे नेगेटिव. सो नॉन पॉजिटिव, एंड दिस इज़ नथिंग बट ऑल द रियल्स. सो ऑल दोज एक्स सच दैट x is greater than minus infinity, x is less than infinity. So this is nothing but set of real numbers. Now note one thing, the set all those x such that x belongs to R, x is greater than minus 5, less than or equal to 7, written in the set builder form. This is the set builder form, can be written in the form of interval. तो आप set builder form सीधा आप directly as a open interval भी लिख सकते हो, which is minus 5 to 7, but I am not including minus 5 and including 7. The length of any of the intervals, जितने भी हमने intervals consider करें, open AB, closed AB, semi open और this, तो इन सब की length same है and that number is B minus A. For example, अगर मुझे इस interval की length निकालनी है 0 to 2, length का मतलब आप जानते हैं, तो इसकी जो लेंथ आएगी दैट विल बी 2 minus 0, दैट इज़ 2 यूनिट्स. 2 यूनिट्स आप देख सकते हैं, आपने सेंटीमीटर में लिया है, मीटर में लिया है, वॉट एवर. ओके, सिमिलरली अगर मैं इसको क्लोज भी कर दूंगी देन ऑल्सो द लेंथ इज़ 2 यूनिट्स, क्योंकि ये जो सिंगल एंड पॉइंट्स होते हैं ये लेंथ के अंदर कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं करते. सो लेंथ ऑफ ईच ऑफ द 4 इंटरवल इज़ इक्वल टू b माइनस a. और जो इस टाइप के इंटरवल्स हैं 0 to infinity या माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू 0, तो इनकी जो लेंथ होती है दैट इज़ इनफाइनाइट. इनकी लेंथ फाइनाइट नहीं हो सकती क्योंकि वन ऑफ द एंड पॉइंट्स, एटलीस्ट वन ऑफ द एंड पॉइंट्स इज़ इनफाइनाइट.